Some of you here today may know me, and some of you may not. But that's not important, because we are here to celebrate the life of Pete. Pete was an amazing man, and I guarantee that he made a positive influence on every single person he met. I remember the first day I ever met Pete. I was dragging a deer out of the woods and turned the corner. I see a man in a Cool Ranch Dorito shirt and some shorts that looked like they were from the beach gift shop. He just kind of walked, you know, he had that funny little Pete walk, as we like to call it back in the day. I couldn't help but smile the first time I saw Pete, and he just caught up to him and we started talking, and I could tell from the first moment we met that we would be friends for a long time. So we get the deer back to the trucks, and we're gonna go eat at a burger restaurant that Pete recommended. And when we got to the truck, Pete did something strange. He tied his deer down, even though it wasn't going anywhere. And then on the way to the burger joint, we got stopped by a game warden named John Cowart. Mr. John Cowart walked up, and apparently this was not his first run-in with Pete. He said, "Pete, what are you gonna do with this deer?" And Pete told him he was gonna go home and eat it. And then, well, I didn't know it, but the deer got up, jumped out the back of the truck, and ran off into the woods. The game warden started yelling and screaming at Pete. He said, "I knew you were going to take that deer back to your cage." Pete said, "I was not going to do that." If you knew Pete, you knew he had the pet deer. I never could figure out why he had the pet deer, but he did. So we ended up going to the burger joint that Pete insisted on going to. And I'm not gonna lie, it was terrible. The burger joint was terrible, but Pete loved to go there. I don't know why. But we went there and we ate, talked for hours. Pete was the kind of guy you could just talk for hours with. And that's what made Pete such a wonderful man. You could just talk to him forever and learn so much about him. You can learn a lot about yourself while you were talking to him. Pete was also a religious man. Pete went to church anytime the doors were open. Sunday night, Wednesday night. He even taught a youth group. And when the doors weren't open, he was at the church fixing stuff and mowing the yard. He would do anything that the Lord needed him to do. And Pete felt like that was his calling, was to serve the Lord. And he sure did that. Pete was an amazing man, and I feel like the day that Pete died was the day that Pete had been waiting for his entire life, because he got to go meet his Lord and Savior, and that's what he talked about a lot. The day I get to meet Jesus. And you know, when the sickness got bad, I went and saw Pete one day in the hospital, and this was a few days after the doctors told him that he didn't have much left. And he told me, he said, "I'm gonna finally get to go see Jesus." And I guarantee Pete's up there right now. He's probably standing next to Moses or John or Luke, and he's saying, "Why are they crying down there?" And they're gonna say, "Well, they haven't got to see what we're doing up here." And I just want everyone here to try to lead a life like Pete, because he uplifted everyone he met. Just be more like Pete. Thank you.
Well, that's unfortunate.